crack. Alright. Yeah. Sheesh. Arriba. Okay, yeah.
So, was that at the end of your list?
Yeah, I ended with Mike. So it was Relio, Ryan Allen, produced by Carter, Damien, and Mike Coates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Period. So, for sure. So, what would you say the biggest pros and cons of being an engineer is? Or are?
The pros, the biggest pro is making money to make music, meeting new people, making music in general, you know, just the opportunity to make music regularly, and growing as an artist yourself because you learn shit you can use for your own shit. But which is why I originally got into engineering, because I wanted to make myself sound better. But I was good at it, so I just started doing it. Mm-hmm. The cons, I would say 80% of people are suck. Just for real. 80% of people suck. That might be the only con.
That's funny. I do.
That might be the only con. Because I love it when everyone's good.
So, like, what's the longest session somebody has booked that is just absolutely garbage?
Oh, man. This is my go-to. When I first got into engineering, right? I'm not gonna say their name. I don't even think they rap anymore, but this dude booked a session with me, and he said, "I'm gonna buy a 10-hour block, and I want to record my whole project and mix it in 10 hours."
Okay.
And I was like, all right. I'm thinking in my head, like, he's gonna get to 10 hours and realize he probably needs at least another 10. Nah. He recorded, and the thing about rushing like that is it comes out sounding rushed.
Mm-hmm.
He recorded like 12 to 15 tracks in 10 hours. And I did mixes. By the end of that night, my ears were dead. His mixes sounded horrible. And he drew the cover art. It was just so bad, bro. Like, thank God I never had to work with him again, but that was wild. I just felt disrespected because it's like, you're expecting me to give you my quality work in that time frame, but also you're disrespecting the art. Like, this is not some, you know, what do they call, work line where you just assemble the shit and it's ready. Like, it takes a lot out of you.
Right.
But I also decided that day I would never do that shit again. So I had to learn. I did it because I wanted the money, but that was when I was first getting started too, so I needed experience.
Mm-hmm.
But never again, man. And that project, I Googled it the other day just to see if I could find it because it was so bad and it's just a memory. But I can't even find it. I took it off. All that for nothing.
That's tragic. That's real tragic.
If I can find it, I'll show you when we're done.
Damn.
Yeah.
So what's the craziest story you have, like, in general about engineering? Like, has anyone ever, like, flipped out because they didn't like something, or?
So the craziest story I have in general, I have a million stories for how fucking crazy the owner of KMG is. You ever go to KMG?
Mm-mm.
You know Greg? I don't even care to say his name. He's crazy.
Greg. I don't even think I know who Greg is.
So, bro, he's insane. Con Man, Lil Man Syndrome. Just like, bro, all the things you could assemble, like, that would make it really hard to work somewhere.
Dun dun.
I feel like that just was him. But I could go on for days with stories about him, but I'll just tell you a story about one of my sessions that was crazy. And they know this one too. We talk about this sometimes, but Trace, he booked a session one night. And do you know Bastard Hootie?
Nah.
So, Bro Fam, you heard of that, right?
Nah, you got me feeling like I don't know shit at this point.
So Trace, so you know how Trev, AP, all them, they're Squizzy.
Yeah.
Trace,
for sure.
Trace, East House, KMA, Bastard Hootie, and then they have friends. They're all part of like, it's called Bro Fam.
Okay.
They don't really push it like they used to.
Right.
But it was a Bro Fam session, so Trace and Bastard Hootie were recording one night, and it was late. It was probably like 2 a.m., you know, and they booked like 5 hours. But they came in, and Trace always brought people with him, and they brought some women with them, and these women brought their cousin.
Okay.
And their cousin was, he was off something, bro. Like, whether it was psychedelic or something else. But he's tripping, bro, and he's like saying weird shit, leaving in and out, and they're trying to calm him down.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just trying to keep pushing and working. He leaves for a second, and they all leave to go smoke or something. A couple of them run back in, they're like, bro, you're not gonna believe what happened, something like that. The whole hallway is fucked or something. So I was like, how you fuck a whole hallway, you know? So I go out there, bro, fire extinguisher smoke everywhere, bro. And he didn't take it off the thing on the wall. He ripped the shit off the wall, so there was a big hole in the wall.
Oh, damn.
Then they were mad because he ruined their session. So then they're like, he ran away. And they came back a little bit later. He's laying down in a ditch with his pants off, face down. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Then Bastard Hootie was mad, so he was trying to fight him. Then the cops pulled up, bro. Anyways, long story short, they got banned for a couple months from the studio. And the owner of the studio had to pay to clean the whole ventilation for the entire building because there was other businesses. So it was just a wild, wild night.
Damn.
And I don't know if you've ever breathed in extinguisher smoke, but that shit'll fuck you up.
No, never.
It's really bad for you.
Nah. That's crazy because I've been
Yeah.
seeing like pranks, people be squirting people in the face with that shit.
That shit'll fuck you up. That's not a cool prank.
Damn, that's. I
Lung
never
cancer.
knew that. I thought that shit just was harmless.
Nah, it's like you won't be able to breathe for a little bit.
Damn. Don't do that.
No.
I guess. Damn. That's honestly crazy. So, wow. So, I was trying to find anything about you, you know what I'm saying? Trying to do some research. I saw you're doing vlogs. But it seemed like you stopped that. How come?
It takes a lot to set up that shit and put it together. I mean, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then edit it and post it and stay consistent while also still doing everything else you gotta do. So it just became something that I'll do on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
I also think too much, you lose the effect of posting. You know, just for example, like Instagram, if you post every day, people stop giving a fuck. But if you only post once every 2-3 weeks, people get that notification, blah, 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 posted for the first time in a while. I don't know about you, but I'm more inclined to be like, what the fuck they post? They never post. I just think it became like that. So I still film in the sessions and put together stuff sometimes, but it's for the sessions that I know are gonna be, you know,
Funny.
Yeah, honestly, if they're gonna be funny, then I'll film them. Sometimes I don't have time to set up before the session starts. But yeah, I'll probably just start charging if people want to do that in their session if I don't want to do it myself.
Right.
But it's fun. I like the vlogs.
Oh, yeah.
I used to do a vlog back in the day. I wish I would have kept doing it because it was before studio vlogs popped off. And we started getting a good following, but it just fell off, man.
So, like, have you ever thought about, I know this is going to sound funny, like, have you ever thought about being a comedian or something? Because I see you always clowning somebody on Twitter, or even the vlog was hilarious as hell when you had the one artist talking shit about his auntie or whatever.
Oh, man. Too dope. Yeah, man. I've definitely thought about it. I think in my hierarchy of things, I would want to do acting and skits first, you know, sitcom shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe one day stand-up. People tell me, bro, like every day that I should do stand-up. And I know I ain't said nothing too funny right now, but it's just, it's in the moment type shit. That's what makes me wonder if, like, maybe I'm just funny in person. Like Mike Epps, I don't really like his stand-up, but he seemed like he'd be funny in person.
Oh, yeah. Like
or DC Young Fly,
mm-hmm.
He seemed like he'd be funny in person, but his stand-up
sure.
is alright. I don't know, I would have to figure it out, but I'd definitely be thinking some crazy shit. I've been told that I might have Asperger's before.
What?
Yeah. because my filter is just different. I don't be feeling like it's offensive. I feel like honesty is never offensive, but unless it's just for nothing.
That's
Constructive
super funny.
honesty.
I mean, well, there is something like that where like Chris Rock like said he's like, I don't know, it's like some type of like I think autism or something where he doesn't understand like I don't know people's reactions. Like he doesn't understand the consequences of what he says or something like that. Or
People are just different, you know. Like sometimes I'll say something and everyone in the room like, "Oh my god, you just said that," but it's just it's just being honest.
But you do be saying some hella hilarious shit on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'll be wondering. I'm like, damn, does the artist follow? Like when you be saying stuff, do they follow you? Yeah, you just be talking shit anyway.
With the dude that dissed me off, his friend followed me first, and then showed him. But he saw how many people responded to it, and he loved the attention, so he was cool with it.
That's comedy.
Yeah.
Cause low key, I be seeing that a lot though. Like with people who in the music scene who deal with clients, they'll always just, you feel me, rant on.
And don't get me wrong,
media.
if I know it's so specific that the person is gonna know it's them, I second guess whether I should post it or not. But but if it's a lot of times it's people that don't follow me or people who I don't care to lose their business if they don't like it. You know what I mean? And that might sound like I'm being an asshole, but if you don't appreciate honesty and you suck, then I mean I don't care.
Right.
A lot of people though, you be honest and they'll be like, all right, let's make it better, and I fuck with that.
Man, but that's just crazy. I'm happy I've never sucked bad enough to where you were like, bro.
Nah, and your sessions are fun too.
You gotta like.
You know, I wouldn't even be over here to do this interview if I didn't fuck with your music.
Like, man, because I mean, I've been in like little sessions where I'm like, man, like, where somebody's just trying to do something and it's just not working, but they really want it to work, but it's just not working.
Yep.
So, what do you think Colorado needs, you feel me, for, you know, to get artists and just everybody on the scene over the hump to get to, you know what I'm saying, doing big things, getting deals, you know, or even, I don't even know, getting the focus of somebody can get big independently. Like, what do we need? Or what are we lacking? I don't know.
I think part of it, obviously, is not having the industry have a staple out here in our city. You know, like it's the coasts or cities that are already developed. But I also just hate that people think about that shit so much. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, if you make a fire song, you got a fire visual, and you push it enough, you're gonna catch on. Whether you gotta go to a different city, like a lot of artists will do the small tours where they visit a few cities.
Right.
That's smart, you know what I mean? Like get some fans somewhere else. People here know you. You know what I mean? You gotta go other places and get your shit in other people's faces.
Facts.
But I don't like the whole man, Colorado this, Colorado that. LA, New York, they're not thinking New York this, New York, they're just thinking worldwide, you know what I mean? We gotta stop thinking so here. That's why we're here, because we're just thinking about here.
Right.
I don't care. Like, if you're tight enough to hang with anyone from any city, that's when I care. Other than that, like, bro, shut up.
So do you think it starts with traveling, like getting out and networking in different states and whatnot?
My personal opinion is people need to stop pushing albums and tapes so much and start pushing singles with good visuals. Because that's going to be what people are attracted to online, to gain your fan base online. And then if you're going to perform, obviously perform here to get your performance down, to get better at it. Also because people here are your fans, but you got to go other places and network, or else no one will give a fuck.
Right. That's facts. That's big facts. So, that's really interesting. So do you think like, I don't even know, like, so just pushing, do you think people aren't, I don't know, do you think people aren't necessarily investing enough into themselves, you know what I'm saying, to get onto these big blogs. Like, I don't even know, like, to pay for themselves to get onto a Say Cheese or a No Jumper or a, you know.
I'm not sure if it's you talking about financially?
Yeah, like, do you think that's what it is? Like,
I think too many artists aren't willing to put more money into their craft, whether it's to get a good mix or to get a good video or to pay to get a promotion on Instagram or YouTube, you know what I mean? I don't know about the blogs. The blogs are hit or miss. If you're on a blog as big as those ones, I guess it might make sense. But when you go to those blogs, I've never been on them. Do you just scroll until you find something you like?
not necessarily.
Or is it a feature and they have features, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it's just like, well, it depends like which blog you're talking about.
Is it possible to get drowned out if no one cares to click on your shit?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I've seen people pay for blogs. I've seen people pay for blogs and it doesn't do nothing. Because people don't give a fuck about you.
Because they post 20 times a day. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's possible. It's super possible.
and I've done that, and I've seen people do that, and I'm learning from experience that it doesn't matter. I think the most effective thing to do is get a fire visual for a fire song, and pay for a promotion that you know will reach people, like YouTube promotions, Instagram promotions. You know what I mean? TikTok. Make short clips that you can put on TikTok.
TikTok algorithm is insane.
It's crazy. So I think that's what people should be focused on. Put the money in to get a good mix and master and a good visual, and the rest of your investment can just be pushing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, rappers be broke. We joke about this all the time at the studio.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And I get it, because we're all out here working, trying to pay our bills. It's expensive as fuck out here. So I never knock it. But the ones that I feel like have a chance to make it are the ones that find a way to put money into that shit.
Right. So, to change the topic a little bit, but it's kind of bouncing on the topic we already talked about. I know you like, you know what I'm saying, you like bounced around different studios, you know what I'm saying? So like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what necessarily is a good fit for you, and like, what didn't work for you at different studios? I guess I want to know.
I've been doing it long enough to where I can work with any gear. Where I like to work comes down to the vibe. So, obviously, the more gear, the more fun. Like, you get to play with different shit. But over that, even, is vibes and personalities. So the only time I've ever had an issue with any studio was due to personality conflict or the way they run their business, like bad business etiquette. If those things are good, I can work anywhere. So like, I'm working out of Augmented right now. The vibe is good there. I mean, you've been there. They got hella gear. It's homey, it's chill, you can just relax. But I also record out of Live on Broadway sometimes because you can smoke there, and the business owners are some niggas. So you can relax in a different sense there. You know what I mean? You don't gotta worry about the neighborhood.
Exactly.
So it just depends on the vibe and who I'm working with and where I feel like working.
Period. So do you prefer one over the other?
I think both are important. It's just tough, man, because like Live on Broadway, I know they don't have the resources to have the gear that Augmented has.
Right.
But they're just as fire. They make just as fire shit out of there that I would make out of Augmented with less. So I don't think I really have a preference. It's just I let my clients and the artists tell me their preference, and then I'll work with that.
Right. There. So I see like I guess you're like really into like your fitness journey, you know what I'm saying? Like, how much would you say, how much of a priority is fitness compared to everything else you do, you know what I'm saying? Like music and...
I just try to make it a lifestyle. I just want to be healthy. Obviously I'm not, The Rock, but I think you just feel better when you're active, and it improves your quality of life. I mean, this is something we all know.
For sure.
But I like switching it up too. Like you see, I just started boxing.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to try different forms of exercise. But this one's fun because I'm getting my hand game up, but I'm also getting that cardio.
So how'd you get into that in the first place?
I've always wanted to box ever since I was little, but my mom would never let me because she said it would give me brain damage, which is true. But which is true. But
well, technically, I mean, if you like Floyd Mayweather, take his little.
Yeah, but there's nobody out there that's Floyd Mayweather besides Floyd, you know?
True.
Or else he wouldn't be that rich. But I still wanted to train in it because I don't plan on fighting.
Right.
I like the training.
Okay.
But Rogelio is who finally got me into it because he goes to the same boxing gym.
Okay.
He was like, you should come try it out. They got a free class. And I was like, you know what? It's time. I'm going to try it out. And I liked it, so I just kept going, paid for the membership.
If your hands ever get really nice, you would have never want to, just try it out, you know what I'm saying?
I might
spar with somebody.
They have like charity events. Like they had one last Thursday where one of our coaches and then like 3 of our fighters one of them's older, a couple of them don't want to fight for real. They just did a charity event to fight. I might do something like that, but
that's what's up.
I would never go pro or anything.
Okay.
I mean, they still had headgear on and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up though, bro. A little boxing thing. So what can we expect from you, you know what I'm saying, in the future?
Specifically, I'm working on a record with Mike Coates, and I'm trying to get a video done for it as well. That I hope to release in the next few months. I'm writing that sitcom I told you about. And yeah, just other than that, working. And just in general, just expect me to always be working on something creative with somebody. Whether I write for somebody else or write for myself. Just trying to stay consistent. That's the most important part to me.
Period. And what are your just main goals in life in general?
I'm finna get it crackin'. Alright. Yeah. Sheesh. Arriba. Okay, yeah.